Darling, light of my life, I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Stay away from me. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away.
What are you doing down here?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Okay, let's talk. What do you want to talk about?
Jack puts his arm on the chair, which is him trying to spread out his body to appear bigger and more intimidating. It's a common sign of domestic abuse when someone tries to use their physical size to intimidate. And Jack does exactly that here. Now you'll find this body language common with toxic people, and it shows that Jack feels dominant. Wendy then does a distancing behavior with her eyes, likely due to Jack's incredibly intimidating body language. A distancing behavior is the brain's way of putting something between itself and a stressor, which in this case is Jack. She doesn't want to make eye contact with him because that could be taken as her standing up to him and challenging him. So she distances with her eyes as to be non-confrontational. Jack's body language feels totally forced here, and that's deliberate. Jack at this point in the movie is well on to becoming insane, and he's pretending to act normal and masks his true feelings of rage. It's almost as if he's mocking her with his deliberately fake expressions.
I can't really remember.
You can't remember.
No, I can't.
Maybe it was about Danny. Maybe it was about him. I think we should discuss Danny. I think we should discuss what should be done with him.
Jack has one hand in his pocket with his fingers pointing out, which is a very intimidating posture, and shows that he's doing everything he can to intimidate. Men typically do this pose when feeling super dominant and powerful, which also matches with other non-verbal cues he gives off. An important thing in body language is synchronization. This is to say how consistent our body language points to one thing. For example, Jack here does two individual non-verbal cues of high aggression and intimidation, supporting the idea that he's trying to intimidate. Now, the more cues supporting an idea, the more reliable we can say the judgment is. You will often find a lack of synchronization in liars, as it's very hard to get your body language to consistently give off the same type of cue with different parts of the body.
What should be done with him?
I don't know.
I don't think that's true. I think you have some very definite ideas about what should be done with Danny, and I'd like to know what they are.
Well, I think maybe he should be taken to a doctor.
Jack continues with the forced and fake body language. He's deliberately acting fake, almost mocking Wendy, which makes him feel really creepy. We don't like the unknown, and Jack's body language comes across as confusing, as he exaggerates non-verbal cues deliberately, almost as if he's toying with her, which I think he is. Wendy holds the bat to her chest and shields her torso with her arms, which is the way our brain prepares to encounter a stressor. We shield these parts of the body as they're the most vulnerable to attack. She's also grabbing onto the bat as a grounding behavior, basically the brain's way of increasing confidence and stability. People lean on objects, put their arms on walls, and clutch items as a way to ground themselves, as it makes them feel more stable. And if you see someone doing this cue, it means they lack confidence and are experiencing anxiety.
You think maybe he should be taken to a doctor? When do you think maybe he should be taken to a doctor?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Jack. Please.
You believe his health might be at stake?
Yes.
Jack's inner rage is slowly beginning to be revealed amid the fake body language he's deliberately giving off. You can see it clearly here when he says maybe he should be taken to a doctor. He jolts his head forward and tenses his eyebrows, which are both incredibly strong signs of anger. Also, let's not ignore the proxemics. He's constantly trying to get closer to her, and she's backing away. He's being incredibly confrontational and feels confident putting himself closer to her, despite her holding a weapon.
You are concerned about him.
Yes.
And are you concerned about me?
Of course I am.
Of course you are. Have you ever thought about my responsibilities?
Oh, Jack, what are you talking about?
Have you ever had a single moment's thought about my responsibilities? Have you ever thought for a single solitary moment about my responsibilities to my employers?
Jack tenses his mouth when he says my responsibilities, which is him trying to suppress a pacifying behavior. When we experience stress, we need to release that stress by pacifying, and our brain causes us to fidget and our muscles to shake. This helps calm us down and prepares us to meet a stressor. Jack suppresses the trembling of his muscles by tensing his mouth and face. Wendy moves the bat away from her chest as she begins to go into the fight response. She's trying to get away from the stressor, but she also begins to think about fighting, which is why she moves the bat away from her stomach, ready to swing.
Has it ever occurred to you that I have agreed to look after the Overlook Hotel until May the 1st? Does it matter to you at all that the owners have placed their complete confidence and trust in me, and that I have signed a letter of agreement, a contract, in which I have accepted that responsibility? Do you have the slightest idea what a moral and ethical principle is, do you? Has it ever occurred to you what would happen to my future if I were to fail to live up to my responsibilities? Has it ever occurred to you? Has it?
Stay away from me.
Why?
I just want to go back to my room.
Why?
I'm very confused.
Wendy is preparing to escape and does rapid head movement, trying to gain as much information about her surroundings as possible. When threatened, we need as much information as possible to make better survival judgments, which is part of the reason why we do rapid head and eye movement. She distances with her eyes from Jack. She's terrified and is trying to be non-confrontational even when she's holding the bat out, and is clearly preparing to fight him. She really doesn't want this, and that's shown accurately in her body language.
I just need a chance to think things over.
You've had your whole fucking life to think things over. What good's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
Stay away from me. Please. Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
Now, I don't want to say for definite, as she may be leaning down to defend herself, but typically when we bow our bodies down like this when confronted with a stressor, it signifies that we're trying to be non-confrontational and to submit to them. Jack does these weird movements with his hands and grinds his teeth together, which is him trying to express his anger at her trying to defend herself. Grinding teeth together, which is also known as bruxism, is especially common in high-stress jobs, where people are constantly grinding their teeth together as a reaction to the stress. If you do find you have gum pain for no apparent reason, it may be due to you being stressed and grinding your teeth, which can even occur when you're asleep.
Wendy, darling, light of my life, I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Stay away from me. Don't
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me! Stay away! Please!
Stop swinging the bat.
Stay away from me!
Put the bat down, Wendy.
Stop it!
Wendy, give me the bat.
Please! Stay away!
Give me the bat.
Stop it!
Give me the bat.
Stay away!
Stop swinging the bat.
Please stop!
Give me the bat,
Stay away!
Wendy. Wendy,
Stay!
give me the bat.
Jack continues to mock and toy with Wendy as he was before, and as she continues to swing the bat, he gets incredibly angry at her, which you can see reflected in his body language. He grinds his teeth more and stares directly at her, making significantly above average eye contact. He then diverts his eyes to the bat, showing genuine fear of it. He's insane, but he still also fears for his safety, and acknowledges that the bat is a threat to him. And he changes his tone of voice to make Wendy listen to him. However, when she doesn't listen, he then goes back to the insane body language. He sticks out his tongue and puts his hands out forward. The fact that his body language goes from normal concern toward the bat and then back to insanity makes you fear him even more. He looks completely unstable and unhinged and could do anything at any time. Overall, this scene is really well done. Wendy's body language is pretty much perfect, but I would expect to see maybe a bit more pacifying behaviors from someone in this situation. But remember, everyone is different. Also, Jack's body language is abnormal, but that's the point. He's supposed to be insane. And I love that he goes from genuine concern back to madness. It really gives the sense that he's unhinged. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.